Hello, welcome to Advanced Accounting. I want to start off today by apologizing for not being at Parents' Night tonight, but we're coaching a tennis meet in Stoughton, so I couldn't be there. But I created this video to kind of walk you through a lot of what this class is. So for starters, I am Mr. Daniels. You're going to see my picture on the front of this screen here. You'll notice it's extremely blurry. You have to do that sometimes to try to make yourself look better. But what you're going to see in this course is a whole lot of information about how this course differs from other courses in high school. So what you're looking at is the syllabus. And on top of the syllabus, you're going to see that it says Advanced Accounting, and I'm going to highlight the dual credit part right there. That dual credit part is extremely important. We're going to talk a lot about that today. If you're wondering of how to get a hold of me, you're going to see at the very top I've got a couple things written down. First is my email address, which is vdaniels@deforestschools.org. And the second thing is my phone number, which is 842-6724. That is for my phone in the back of the room. I would prefer, if you needed to contact me, for you to use my email address. I check my email often, and as you can see, as you're in this room right now, my phone is actually in the back room, and it's somewhere that we don't always go. So I don't always see that you called until about a day later. So email address is the best way to get a hold of me. Further down, you're going to see the course description for this course, and all your students took Accounting 1 with me, so they've already had a pretty good taste of accounting. The main thing that differs in this one is this course is much more in-depth. So we're going to get through a lot more information in this course. It's about 60% review of Accounting 1 and 40% new topics. The cool thing about this course right down here is that students earning a C or better in this course will receive credit for accounting principles at Madison College. The issue with that, however, is we are going to have to register your students for Madison College. If you have any questions for me about the registration process or why you have to give up certain information to register, please contact me at my email address. I'd love to talk to you about it. But we will need, and this is a scary thing for some people, students' social security number to register for this course. We're going to put it straight online. I'm not saving it or harvesting it for anything. We just need it just so that we can register for the course. You actually get a transcript printed out, which is nice, and you can use that for credit at Madison College. I had about 4 or 5 kids last year who graduated who actually used the credits they earned in this class for accounting, and they didn't have to take it again in college, which is kind of awesome. We do cover everything that Whitewater, Madison, Stevens Point, all those schools cover in accounting. The issue is they do not accept it because it's a high school course, and they like to have people pay for the courses when they go there, so I think they realize that if they let high school kids pass the class in high school, then they won't get the credit there. What you're going to see here is our grading scale. Notice the big change, and I'm sure you're going to hear this a lot today. There is no A+ anymore, and there is no A- or B+. It is called an AB. So as you look at this grading scale, it's not different as far as the numbers. It's still 100 to 93, it's still 92 to 88, just the lettering has changed. So make sure you familiarize yourself with that, because it's going to be a lot different for students. And we've already talked about this, so they should be able to realize that that's kind of how it's going to be. This course will have 2 grades. The main thing that people need to know about grades in this course is my grade for the Skyward Gradebook follows the high school system. I also have to create a grading system for Madison College, which means that the grade the student gets in this course in the high school might be different than the grade that I give out for Madison College. And if you have any questions about that, once again, please contact me. Because, as you're going to see down here, the school uses an 80% summative and 20% formative grading policy. Madison College does not. And I still have to double check if they're going to let me do what I did last year grading with them. Last year I used my DeForest grades, and they were okay with it, but they might change that policy, so I'm going to have to double check with them again. Students will be expected to hand in all work by the test date. That's the one thing I'm strict about. The nice thing about running a Madison College course is I get to be a little bit stricter about when they hand in work. And so if they don't hand in work by the test date, I do not have to accept it. I probably will, but it'll be with some sort of penalty. So just a heads up on that. Make sure your student's on top of things. I typically don't give homework. We do almost everything in class. So just kind of be aware of that, but that's one of my expectations. The main thing I'm going to ask of your student, as you're going to see on here, be on time for a class. I do not like people when they're late, but just one thing, they need to be on time for this class, or else they're really going to be behind and struggle. So make sure they're on time. Other than that, the course walks through a whole lot of different things, and just be ready for that registration process, which is coming up. We're probably going to be starting that registration process next week, so however you decide to give your students information that they're going to need. Just find a way that works for you, and we'll be able to start the registration process and go through that. Any questions? Once again, I'm going to put my contact information on top. It's right here. My name, Mr. Daniels. Email vdaniels@deforestschools.org. My phone number is 608-842-6724. And finally, this is room B206. So if you're looking for me, I'll probably be in this room unless it's after school, because I do pretty much coach every sport and go to every high school game possible. So thank you for coming. Hope to hear from you soon, and we hope to have a great semester.